Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dears. We will be discussing Pakistani English. There will be certain parts of this topic. In the first part, we are discussing now how English is introduced to Pakistan and what is the status of English in Pakistan. So let's start. English in India and Pakistan. The English language first came to the Indian subcontinent with the merchants of East India Company. You know this, who were given charter by Queen Elizabeth I on 31st December 1600. The purpose was to trade in India. It is divided into three different phases. The missionary phase, which started in 1614 and ended in 1765. The phase of local demand, that started in 1765 and ended in 1835. And the governmental policy following Machiavelli minutes of 1835. English came to be used by the elite class, the officers of the armed forces, and in higher education. It is also used in other domains like courts of justice and Indian parliament. Even now, after 66 years of independence, English is still used in higher education and it is an official language in India. Although the Constitution of India stated in 1950 that Hindi would replace English by 1965, however, it was amended in 1963 and again in 1967, and this change has never occurred. Same is the case with Pakistan. Pakistan, as you know, got its independence from British rule in 1947. The only difference between the arrival of English and the status of English in India and Pakistan is the areas which now comprise Pakistan, Sindh, Punjab, Balochistan and KP. They came under British rule much later than parts of India. Partly of this reason, the tradition of literary writing in English is stronger and more established in India than in Pakistan. The 1965, 62, 73 all constitutions have articulated the desire to replace English by Urdu in all domains. But as in India's case, this has not happened so far. Thus, the central government of Pakistan, most provincial governments and institutions of higher education do use English, and there are several private schools and elite schools like Aitchison College and Burnhall and other private institutions. They all use English language. The products of these institutions speak and write what is called acrolectical Pakistani English. Pakistani writers with international reputations, you know, Bepsi Sidhwa, Zulfikar Ghaus and Ahmad Ali, they are the older writers, and Mohsin Hamid, Kamila Shamsi and most other writers. They use British English with some indigenous lexical items and idiomatic turns of speech for artistic reasons. Pakistani writers do not manifest as much concern with the creation of genuinely indigenous English. There are some additions from cultural aspects, some cultural items, some lexical items are used by these writers. There are many names given to this Pakistani English. For example, some people call it Penglish, other people call it Pakistani English. But in this lecture, we will be using Pakistani English. Although we will not be concerned with Pakistani English as one variety, there are sub-varieties within this variety. For example, Pakistani English contains Punjabi English, Pashtun English, Sindhish English, Baloch English and Urdu English. So these can be Panjish, Pashtish, Sindhish, Balochish. There are sub-varieties within this single variety of Pakistani English. English is very much in demand by Pakistani students and their parents and employers. As we know, people think that knowing English language will open many opportunities for them. This has been confirmed by several surveys of attitudes towards English by many researchers. The British Council reports on English also confirm this preference but argues that the mother tongue should be used for basic schooling and English at higher levels. However, Still, there are private schools, there are many institutions, they prefer English even at primary level. Although the researchers suggest that the basic education should be in the mother tongue of the student. This is not surprising because when we see the importance of English language around the world and its social and international status, people they love to learn this language. And that is why it is focused not only at primary levels but at higher levels as well. The pedagogical norms are also changed with the passage of time. Now ELT and TEFL and so many other things like English for academic and special purposes emerged in many universities and these are taught. So English has been given its due status in Pakistan. It is a compulsory subject from first grade till 14th grade and it is also a medium of communication at universities and colleges. We also know that most of the researches are printed and published in English language inside Pakistan, and we also know that many competitive exams and international standard tests and tests in different organizations are conducted in English language. But still, there is an issue. The issue is that it is still considered as institutionalized non-native variety of English.